And today I'm going to focus specifically on TOEFL speaking question number 5, which is honestly one of my favorite questions. I'm hopeful that someone tuning in today agrees with me and enjoys this question in particular of the 6 speaking prompts. And today I'm going to tell you which sentence I think is most critically important in your response of TOEFL speaking question number 5. So let's begin by talking about the 3 things that are demanded of you in TOEFL speaking question number 5. First of all, there is a campus situation, a problem, and you must explain the problem. Secondly, you must summarize the 2 possible solutions that are discussed between the man and the woman. And lastly, you must explain which solution is the better option in your opinion and why. And that last part where you explain why is the most critical part of your response, in my opinion. Let me tell you why. So first of all, up until that point, all of the language that you've used has been in a summary form. You're simply summarizing or repeating the information that you've heard. You're summarizing the problem and the 2 possible solutions. But that final component where you pick the better solution and explain why, that part allows you to bring in your own vocabulary or your own unique idea in explaining why. And that's a really nice opportunity to showcase your language skills. So I would encourage you to make a strong effort to use a unique and special reason why. Something that wasn't previously discussed between the man and the woman. Don't simply recap what they've already said. Come up with your own idea, of course, very related to the topic or theme, and try to be creative with the vocabulary in that sentence. So I'm going to provide you some examples. Now, first of all, question number 5 always has a campus problem. So when I offer private TOEFL lessons, I always advise my students to begin this question by using a really nice conversational idiom. And the idiom goes like this: the man or the woman is really in hot water. This idiomatic expression is a really nice way to begin question number 5 because it's always appropriate for the question. To be in hot water means to have a problem or dilemma, and that's always the case in question number 5. So every time I practice question number 5, I begin in that same style. The man is really in hot water. And notice how I add extra intonation or feeling, really in hot water. Then I would go on and explain the problem, the 2 possible solutions, and then remember that special part where I'm going to explain the best option in my mind and give a good, unique reason why. So let's discuss a sample example here. So say we have a student, and the problem he explains is that his roommate moved out of their apartment. And he relied on his roommate because his roommate had a car and provided him transportation to and from campus. That's the problem. And in the conversation, the man and the woman discuss 2 possible solutions. And the 2 solutions they talk about are that the man could ride a bus to campus, or he could move out of his apartment and return back to the dorms. So now I'm going to demonstrate what my response would sound like to this sample number 5 question, and pay particular attention to the part where I explain why I would choose the certain option, because I'm going to try to be unique with my reasoning. Okay, so I'm going to time myself for 1 minute for this response. Here we go. The man is really in hot water. His roommate has moved out of their off-campus apartment, and he relied on his roommate for transportation to and from campus. So he and his friend discuss this issue and come up with two possible solutions. For one thing, he could ride a bus to campus, but there's no direct bus route, so it's rather inconvenient. On the other hand, he could move out of his apartment and go back to the dormitory, but he might miss the independence of his apartment living. If I were in this position, I would definitely move back to the dormitory because college is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and living in the dormitory allows him really great opportunity to make friends that might form lifelong friendships. And an apartment might be more lonely and isolating, whereas the dormitory is the center of college social life. So from where I stand, that's the best option for him. Okay, so hopefully you heard my sentence where I explained that he should move back to the dormitory to form friendships. That was connected to the theme, but it wasn't previously discussed in that conversation. So that's my advice for you in terms of question number 5 and why that sentence is most critical. I'll go ahead and provide you with one more example. Let's imagine a situation where a woman has moved into an off-campus apartment, but her apartment doesn't have any internet. So she has two options. She could get internet installed in her apartment, or she could simply go to the computer lab each day and use their internet. So let me give you a 1-minute response to this question as well. The woman is really in hot water. She moved to an off-campus apartment. However, she currently doesn't have an internet connection. So she and her friend discuss the situation and they come up with two possible solutions. For one thing, she could get internet installed in her apartment, but then she'd have to pay the monthly fee. On the other hand, she could utilize the campus computer lab, but she doesn't have classes every day, so that's not super convenient for her. If I were in this situation, I would definitely get internet installed in my apartment. Because I would definitely get internet installed in the woman's apartment, because even if the woman is an early bird or a night owl, she can have easy, convenient access to internet 24/7. And I think that's really crucial in the life of a college student. So from where I stand, that's definitely the best option for her. All right, so hopefully you heard in my reasoning why that I try to insert some interesting phrases and vocabulary when I referred to her as an early bird or a night owl. And I said she could have internet access 24/7 using some pretty casual conversation. And none of those were previously discussed in the dialogue between the woman and the man. So I think that sentence is really critical, and it's a really nice opportunity for you to showcase your language skills. Thanks for listening to my advice in regards to question number 5. If you found this advice helpful, I have similar advice for all of the TOEFL speaking questions. I'd encourage you to check out our website, TOEFLspeakingteacher.com, to find out more information about TOEFL fluency classes, group lessons, private lessons, and a TOEFL speaking evaluation. All of these services can really, really assist you on your TOEFL journey. So that's all I have for now. If you have any questions, please drop them on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, and I'll be happy to respond to you. Thanks for your attention, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.